Alright, hey everybody, how you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. If you're here for the first time, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today's video is kind of different but kind of awesome. It is 5 tips for beginner birders, which is pretty cool. And you may be sitting there thinking, hey Asher, why on earth would I be interested in birding? I mean, what even is that? I'm sure when you think of birding, you think of a whole bunch of weird old geriatrics sitting in their cars with these big long lenses and those big like jackets with those big boots and cameras rolling out of everything and binoculars that are longer than their face, reaching all the way to Bloemfontein. And that's what you might think birding is all about. But to be honest, it's not. An everyday person like you or me, not that I'm like an everyday person, but most normal people can do it and still looks cool, and you can still do amazing birding things. So first misconception, you don't have to have a crazy long lens or crazy binoculars to do birding. Everybody can do birding. Even you and me. And the coolest part is during this whole lockdown, everybody's in different levels of lockdown, level 4, level 10, level 53. We're all in different levels, but there's birds, and the birds are in your garden no matter where you are. Birding is pretty awesome, so you can do it, everybody can do it. And I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to do birding. And first things first, a brief disclaimer, I don't claim to know that much about birding. I'm not a professional, I'm a beginner. I started birding 3 years ago, and I've only captured 156 out of 953 birds in southern Africa. So the first tip I want to give you, number 1, numero uno, is have patience. Like if you go outside and then you sit there for 1 minute and then you think to yourself, I haven't seen any birds. Well, obviously, because they fly and they move around and all these things. So you have to have patience. And I know that's not easy in this day and age where we're used to seeing everything on our phone, 5 seconds, ooh, scroll, like, scroll, tap, Instagram stories, yada. But sometimes we just need to have patience. So take a break, sit outside, take your cup of rooibos tea, red bush tea, go outside, sit on your balcony, drink your tea, and enjoy the birds. How awesome. Number 1, have patience. Number 2, my second tip is create a list. And why you'd want to do this is for us that are competitive, like I know I'm a bit competitive, I want to like get things done. It's really cool to have a list so you can see, I saw a red-chested something or other. I don't know the bird names. For example, a speckled mouse bird. And if you check it off, create a list, and then you see other birders, you're like, hey yo, how many are on your list? And they're like, 400, like, you're got a long way to go. It creates a bit of competitiveness which keeps you in the game, and it kind of makes exactly like a bit of a game, and you're like, ooh, can I find this, let's go, there was a spotting of a peregrine falcon in KZN at this little farm, and then you jump in your car, race to KZN, take a picture, put it on your list, and you're like, wow, that's so cool. Number 2, keep a list. Number 3, take photos if you can. Now, birding is not all about photos, it's not all about capturing, it's about seeing the birds and enjoying wildlife and enjoying nature and enjoying seeing all of God's wonderful creation. And there's so many beautiful, stunning birds with different colours and different plumages and shapes and sizes. But I find that taking photos helps me enjoy birding more. I'm a photographer, so I like taking photos and I like capturing, and I like having a gallery of all sorts of birds, and I'll link my photo gallery in the comments, in the description below. Take photos, it really helps, and it improves your photography skills. And because to be honest, bird photography is really difficult to take photos of these tiny little things. Some of them are really small, so it helps to take photos. Tip number 4. Get a birding app, a birding book, or even just use Google, it's cool. It really helps to identify the birds, because otherwise you're just like aimlessly saying, oh, there's a pigeon, there's a pigeon, there's a pigeon, there's a duck, there's a pigeon, there's a pigeon, there's pigeons everywhere if you don't know what they are. So I would really suggest that you get a book or an app or Google the birds. So if you find a bird, let's say it's a yellow bird, you go into Google, yellow bird with black spots, and then Google will show pictures, and you're like, that's the one, it's a yellow something. I don't know them, but you should, that's the point. So then it helps you to know the birds, and it helps you to find out more about the birds, where they could be found, their habitat, the plumage, and all that awesomeness. So really recommend getting an app, a book, or using the Google, which is free. A really good app that you can get is the Roberts Bird app, or the Roberts book. The app is 500 Rand, but it's the most epic asset for a birder because it has bird sounds. So then you can say, ooh, I want to listen to a specific sound, I don't know, a speckled mousebird. I keep saying speckled mousebird, I don't know, I saw one of them the other day. A speckled mousebird, you play the sound and then it plays the sound and then the birds come to you sometimes, which is really, really cool. So you can take photos, you can list them, you can identify them on Google. So that's really, really cool. Find an app or a book or use Google. It'll help you. My fifth and final tip about birding, basics, beginner birding, would be to get connected to somebody else who does birding. It really, really helped me because there's a really, really cool dude I know called Mark Titley. If you Google him, he's like an avid birder and I know him, which is really, really cool. And I've learned so much just by going on trips with him because he can spot something and say, ooh, that's some sort of flufftail, or ooh, that is a Powell's fishing owl. And I'm like, wow, I never would have known that. So if you find somebody who does birding and go with them, it really, really helps you to learn about the birds. It helps you to understand what the birds are, to know where to look, know where to find. And for some reason, his eyes are just like amazing. He can spot birds that are flying in Bloemfontein like nobody else can. So if you go with somebody who's experienced, it'll really help you. So that's my 5 tips on beginner birding, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. The biggest thing I can say to you is actually just get out there, go outside and look up and see the birds and take photos, and you'll make a lifetime full of memories if you do that. And when you get to a nice old age, you can look at your list and be like, wow, look at all the epic birds I saw. And every single bird that you find is linked to a memory of going somewhere or seeing something, or going on trips with people, going on trips to Botswana, going to Lesotho to find birds. So, you know, it's a really, really cool hobby and I would recommend you getting into it. That's all for today, folks, and I will see you in my next video. Cheers, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you really want. That'd be really, really awesome. You guys are amazing, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, bye! It's the Robert's Bird app. Just leave already. The call. Put it in reverse and drive out. All you gotta do is drive out. All you gotta do is drive out. You know, people don't know. I should have like an on-air sign so they can see that I'm making a video. Honestly, it's ridiculous.